The game itself just physical, very fast, good to see. And I think, there it brings back the times of the yesteryear where you just throw the ball around and run. And these guys who had that speed did it. And, we saw the aerobatic side of things as well in front of the camera, the dancing, everything. Had everything going for it. Yeah, good game. I'm not really worried about the result, mate. To me, it was the culture and everything all about that. And just to see the teams out there. So, there's a couple of young guys. There was that young dude that's first time in the NRL, and I think some of these kids are like 18. There's some big names coming out of this Indigenous culture, and they're going to be household names for many to come. So, it means so much to the players who played last night, especially when you take a look at Latrell Mitchell, who could have been over at the World Cup Challenge, but he chose to stay behind. And the Fox, how fast is he? And they've got a smooth-looking hairdo, bro. Still a cheeky little bugger in front of the camera and everything. But, hey, they did everything. And, just enjoyed it. I mean, hanging out for this game, so really enjoyed it last night.
What about you there, JT? I know you'd been looking forward to it as well. I know you've sort of gave us your run-in, but who do you think kind of stood out for both teams in the game?
Well, just on a local level, like I live on the Gold Coast, so the Titans have got back Tyrone Roberts. He got man of the match last night, and he is an excitement machine. He spent the last couple of years playing over in Warrington in the Super League, and mate, I've always liked the way he's played. I was quite surprised when the Titans did let him go, but it's good to see that he's back in the NRL. And there's a few Titans players on show last night. There was also Leilani Latu in the forward pack. He's always been a solid ex-Penrith player. And also, my mind's gone blank. Tyrone Peachy, he's gone to the Titans this year. So I think, and I'll say it here nice and early before the season's even started, I think the Titans are a good shot at making the 8 this year. So I'll sort of be watching them train every now and then. They train next to where we play golf, so sometimes when the golf's not so good, we watch the boys train instead. But Tyrone Peachy for mine was definitely one of the better performers. Andrew Fafita led their forward pack. Even another Titan, Nathan Peets, was pretty solid at a dummy half. I think he got the better of Brandon Smith last night. But you just can't go past that back line. It's just a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, if you like.
Yes.
Robert,
yes.
Josh Addo-Carr, Bevan French, they've all just paced the burn, mate, and they certainly showed us up out wide, our Māori side. But, combinations only had a week to prepare, as did they, but a lot of those Indigenous guys have played together before, so... mate, just a great spectacle and good for the game.
What about you, Ra? What did you think of the men's game?
Yeah, well, another very entertaining match, Keithy, and it was played in relatively good spirits, and I just love the free-flowing nature of when you watch a lot of Indigenous teams play. They bring out that talent pool and that certain you don't know what to expect type of on-field performance, and last night's game was no different. Both teams throwing the ball around, and some great tries scored, and I'm sure the crowd they turned up in the stadium in Melbourne sort of got their money's worth.
Yeah, I agree. And I also, I'm not sure if you would agree with this, JT, but Rino was going on about, sort of reminding him of the days of old when you just threw the ball to somebody and they just ran. Did you get that kind of feel from it as well?
Oh, not so much from our side until towards the end there when they were trying to pull the game back, but definitely from the Indigenous boys. They let them and it paid dividends for them. I think our guys try to play a bit more to their strengths, which was definitely our forward pack, supposed to be our forward pack, but we've got our gun there. And
yeah,
good ball movement towards the end there, but I think for the most part the Indigenous boys showed us up in that facet.
Yeah. But it was still a lot of fun to watch, though, wasn't it, Reno? And it's good to see, both sides pretty much put a lot of heart and soul into that game, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, mate. And, the biggest winner out of this whole thing is rugby league overall, because it just shows that rugby league has brought to these young men is a career. And now look at the ladies. Years gone by, it wasn't a ladies type of game. But, overall, mate, rugby league's the big winner out of this. And you can hear it in these guys when they talk and the opportunities that's given to them as a youngster, and they've never really known, especially some of them, their background on the Indigenous culture side of it. So a big spectacle, and you got to take your head off to guys like Preston Campbell, who talked about the event all those years ago. And we got memories of the All-Stars, the other games. It has been reflective of Māori games before. They showed footage of that, and now they're talking next year. I saw Richie Barnett say maybe go to Brisbane next year. Brett Webb made a mention, hey, well, about bringing it to bloody Mount Smart, he'll have a sold-out crowd up there in Auckland. But a great spectacle, an occasion to celebrate, and bring on March 14, mate. First round of NRL. I can't wait. I know there were a couple of other preseason games being played last night. I think the Raiders might have just got over the Eels last night. But, yeah, I can't wait. Only weeks away. Hurry up, March 14.
Well, the Roosters, obviously they head over to England there, Reno. How do you think that game's going to go?
Yeah, World Cup Challenge, the best of the best, representing NRL, the old Roosters. That'll be a big game. Got a pretty good team as well over there in the UK Super League champs, Wigan Warriors. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I'll be watching it while I'm on here in the studio on Monday, 7:30 our time. And, yeah, look forward to it. Just another start to the season. And I would think, mind you's been up and down over the last few years. I tend to say the Roosters, got to keep it down here local. NRL just across the ditch there, and here go the old Roosters. Cooper Cronk, mind you, some big money wrapped around this kid at the moment, and
right.
Well, not kid anymore, but there's a lot of rumours going around about the Super League after him for some big coin. But hey, bring it on Monday morning, and then what's that? Another couple more weeks, and we're into it.
Yes. Awesome. Well, what do you reckon about the game between the Roosters and Wigan there, JT?
Well, out of the Super League sides, mate, Wigan is a team I support, so hopefully they can get the apples there. I'm still hurting from last year's grand final and Cooper Cronk. Stuff the Roosters,
right.
Mate. Go the Warriors. I'm not going to say that often this year, but go the Warriors.
Well, I hope. You got that recorded or promo?
It's there, bro. We've recorded it. Anyway, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more Full Time right after this.